Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Intan Nusyada binti Abdul Rahman.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Shamimi binti Abdul Khair.
And hi, my name is Nuhida Yumiti Amran. I'm going to present our proposal. Our title is Supervised Data Mining Approach Factors that Affect Student Academic Performance in Uitm SEREMBAN3. Our introduction. Education is one of the most significant components of our life in which education empowers brains that can conceive great ideas and opinions. According to Turkar Rahman in 2012, there is no human being who can live without knowledge in this world. In reality, education is the primary mechanism by which adults and children who are economically and socially disadvantaged can avoid hardship and acquire the means to engage completely in societies. The academic success of students is determined by many variables, including social aspect, history, family context, peers, and health problems. Usually, campus life might not go perfectly, and students may face certain difficulty in achieving successful grades. When students do not know how to not be influenced by all these variables, the issues can emerge. Students will not be able to adjust all the conditions they are in. As a consequence, the aim of the research was to recognize the factors affecting students' academic performance of UiTM SEREMBAN3. Problem statement. Education as an important aspect that plays an important role in the modern and industrial world. People need a good education to be able to survive in this competitive world. Students need to do their best in the university in order for them to achieve a good result in their academic. Um, The previous study by the Sun Hargadan in 2016 have investigated that the significance of the school or college environment or the student academic by their cumulative grade point average, which is CGPA, obtained at the end of their semester. However, several parties also lack knowledge about how to enhance the student academic achievement. In response to this problem, our study um, Our study proposed to investigate that factors can affect student performance, and the study will be conducted in UiTM SEREMBAN3. Many voices are needed to guide the study so that the study can achieve their own targets and until the end. Research objective. The first one is to develop predictive model using a classification algorithm to predict student academic performance. The second one is to identify the most significant factors that affect student academic performance. Research hypothesis. There is significant relationship between teaching method and your ATM student academic performance. There is a significant relationship between attendance of students and student academic performance in your ATM. There is a significant relationship between time management and the academic performance of the students in your ATM. There is a significant relationship between sleep and your ATM student academic performance. Significance of study. The outcome of the analysis will allow the UiTM SEREMBAN3 students out the key factors that have impacted their academic success. Students should also be made aware of their right and obligation to achieve the highest level of education. Parents will then use the study finding to deal with the problem of the learners, especially financial problem that can have a significant effect on their learning. The study will provide lecturers a greater understanding of what methods are most effective for students. Actually, lecturers also can get more advice on enhancing the standards of teaching techniques that can support students with their academic success. This research will also offer insight into what steps should be taken by upper management and college administration to introduce policies to enhance the quality of education by enhancing student facilitation and offering full value to the learning environments of students. Thank you.
I will explain about the next slide. The next slide is scope and limitation. The data collection will be conducted to the students in UiTM Seremban 3. The study will be implemented through distribution of the questionnaire to students as a survey and references. For this research, there are some limitations that cannot avoid, which is respondents may be unavailable and unwilling to participate in the research. Therefore, to validate and extend the conclusion, a broad-scale and well-designed research is required. The next slide is the methodology. For the research design, this study was conducted using quantitative method. In this research, quantitative analysis was carried out gathering the data from the questionnaire. This research used a survey analysis to analyze the variables affecting the academic success of Uitm SEREMBAN3 students. This is the theoretical framework. On the left side is the independent variable, which is teaching method, time management, attendance of students, and sleep. And on the right side is the dependent variable, which is factors that determine the educational achievement of students, either it is excellent or non-excellent. For population and sample, we took all students from Uitm SEREMBAN3 to be our population, and we choose 350 students at random from the three faculties in Uitm SEREMBAN3, which is FSR, FSPPP, and FSKM, to be our sample. For the sampling design, students will respond to an online questionnaire which will be given through an online application. In this study, the probability sampling is used to choose students to be the participants for this study, as students will choose at random and have equal chances to be selected as respondents. This study will apply stratified sampling procedure due to the availability of three faculties that will represent three strata. The next slide is the data collection method. The researchers use questionnaires to collect the data. Questionnaires provide a fast way to have outcomes from the respondents and make it possible to interpret the data. The researchers adapted the questionnaires from the article Cassandra 2013. Because of the situation right now, the researchers use online survey to distribute the questionnaire. Online survey allow respondents to maintain their anonymity. The respondents will have a greater confidence and be more comfortable and free to express their own opinion. Next, the research instrument. The research instrument that will be used in this study is questionnaire. The questionnaire is split into two parts, Section A and Section B. Section A will be the demographic profile of the respondents, and Section B contains the main part that consists of factors that affected students' academic performance. The researcher also included open-ended questions to collect information on how to improve students' academic performance.
The first method of analysis that I use in this study, which is logistic regression model. Logistic regression model used to forecast the performance of students in Uitm SEREMBAN3. Basically, logistic regression is a supervised data mining algorithm that are designed to create a model with a known goal and predict class with an uncertain data that are related. Logistic regression consists of one dependent variables and several independent variables. For this study, factors that influencing the students' academic achievement will be a dependent variable, and teaching method, attendance of class, time management, and sleep will known as predictive variable or regressor. Logistic regression can be derived as logit equal to ln p over 1 minus p, or b0 plus b1 x 1. The best performance line in this logistic regression will known as maximum likelihood. We move forward to the second method of analysis, which is decision tree. Decision tree is the most important tools in data mining techniques, and it is commonly used for prediction strategies. For this study, decision tree will be used to predict the most significant factors that affect student academic performance in Uitm SEREMBAN3, whether the performance is excellent or non-excellent. The purity test for categorical variables would be discover the perfect division of decision tree, and the algorithm will be used, which is Gini and entropy reduction criterion. First of all, Gini is known as a population diversity. Gini is commonly used as a splitting criteria. For Gini measures, the value of 0.5 means that the two classes have a similarity, but if the Gini score is 1, it shows that the node has only one class. For Gini node calculation is the sum of squares of the node of proportions of the groups, and the main purpose for using this algorithm is to maximize the split Gini score to find the best splitting of the decision tree. Next, we move to the entropy reduction. Entropy describes purity in a similar way as a machine learning does. Classes as absolutely pure if the leaf is entirely pure, and if the leaf is highly impure, classes will become more complicated to describe. To achieve an absolutely pure entropy by reducing the split's entropy value. The main purpose for this algorithm is to get a lower entropy value. Then for this section, performance evaluation used to forecast the performance of variables in this study. Some of the criterion that will be measured, which is sensitivity, specificity, accuracy, and receiver operating characteristic ROC chart. And to be detailed, sensitivity is the model has the potential to accurately forecast positive outcomes. Next, specificity is the proportion of actual negative outcome is correctly identified. Then accuracy will be calculated by the proportion of the overall number of accurate forecasts. And last but not least, ROC chart. ROC chart is a graph that consists true positive rate, which is sensitivity at y-axis, and have a false positive rate, which is 1 minus sensitivity at x-axis. A mean of comparisons between classifications model can be determined by ROC chart. For each potential probability, ROC curve will indicate the precision of prediction model. Ideally, the curve will ascend exponentially to the upper left, which means that the model was estimated correctly. And as an indicator of consistency of the model, AUC, which means area under curve, will be used. And to get a perfect classifier, the area under curve value must be equal to 1. In ROC chart, the closest the model line with the straight line, that means that the model line have the poor performance. But if the model line is far with the straight line, that shows that the model is the best performance. As for conclusion, this research seeks to figure out if there is a positive or negative association between variables. For the respondents will be the students from Uitm SEREMBAN3 campus that contribute from all faculty, which is FSR, FSKM, and FSPPP. This research also use probability sampling technique, which is stratified sampling, and this research will conduct online questionnaire as a survey to collect information from the respondents. That's all from our group. Thank you.